Hello and welcome to Wanderland. Today we are back in London and we're going to have afternoon tea at Harrods today. So join me down the rabbit hole and we'll have a great afternoon together. Hello and welcome to Wanderland. I am today at Harrods, the Tea Rooms. I finally made it here. On first impression, it's a beautiful tea salon. Just the ceiling above me is absolutely gorgeous. It is such a high ceiling and there's so many golden ornaments on it, and I just absolutely love it. Beautiful, soothing music. It's just a really nice first impression. Also, I noticed there's not a lot of tables near me, which is wonderful. I absolutely love that. I don't feel so crammed in. So far, so good. I'm looking forward to seeing my afternoon tea here at Harrods. And here is where I'm having afternoon tea today. Here is the place setting. Very minimalistic, but very classy indeed. Very nice. So as I open up my afternoon tea menu, it's telling me about the Duchess of Bedford and her hunger in the afternoons and how she would like to have something for her and her friends to feast upon while everybody is waiting for dinner. So that's really nice. I will leave this little story definitely in my vlog so you can read it a little bit better for it. I just was speaking to my waiter and he said the original floors from the 1800s are still here where we're standing, but they're covered with carpet now, obviously, to protect them. And the Art Deco ceiling is all original. It's still from the time when it was first made. So it makes it so much more interesting to be able to enjoy this. The dress code here at Harrods Tea Room, it says smart casual. So there's a lot of people that have dressed up here that I look around, but I also see, things like tennis shoes and t-shirts, just off the street and such. But I feel it's always a nice thing to dress up a little bit for afternoon tea. Actually, not a little bit. I like it. I love dressing up for afternoon tea. So you come what makes you comfortable, but it's always nice to dress for the occasion. I have my first glass of rosé Harrods champagne, or rather, rabbit juice, of course. Oh, perfect. Oh, that is so delicious. It's so berry hinted. Oh, absolutely lovely. I know that's probably not the way they want their champagne to be described, but it's rabbit juice. So it is berry flavored. Very nice. So I just received my amuse-bouche, and it is avocado and cucumber gazpacho with a Parmesan disc. Isn't that pretty? So if you don't know what gazpacho is, it is a cold soup. So we'll try that and amuse my bouche. Ooh, it's very nice. So it's avocado and cucumber, but it's seasoned really well. For a strange feeling, or a strange way to describe this, it's almost like guacamole. I know it's not supposed to taste like guacamole, but it has a lovely flavor profile. And because it's cold, it does taste very much, obviously, like chilled avocados, which makes you think of guacamole, but a very, very nice start to my afternoon tea. So I remembered this sparkling water from my trip downstairs to the Tiffany Blue Box Cafe for brunch. A nice bottle of Harrods sparkling water, because you have to stay hydrated, don't you? Absolutely. At the Harrods Tea Rooms, there is a live pianist, and he's right behind me. So how I like to take my tea is that I enjoy to have my savouries with rabbit juice, and then I have them hold off on bringing maybe my tea because I don't want it to be cold. I enjoy my tea with my patisserie. How do you like your afternoon tea? Do you have your tea right away or do you wait? Tell me. I wanted to let you know that afternoon tea at Harrods Tea Rooms is 70 pounds a person, and they do have a vegan afternoon tea as well. And it doesn't say anything about gluten-free, but I'm sure if you called ahead, they would definitely take care of your request. It's Harrods after all. You can get anything at Harrods. My afternoon tea at Harrods. Here are my patisserie. And then we go down to our savories. It all looks lovely, doesn't it? Oh, yes. And they suggested that I start over in this direction and then move along this way, and then start up here, and then move to this area. So I just may do that, or I might go completely rogue. I haven't decided yet, but everything looks absolutely magnificent. Thank you, Harrods. My first afternoon tea delight is going to be a warm madeleine with sour cream, caviar, and chive. Beautiful. Oh, it's lovely and still warm. And I believe they're playing Keen behind me. So this is actually turning out to be a very, very nice afternoon tea. Keen, rabbit juice, and Parmesan caviar. Very nice. My warm madeleine Parmesan with caviar and sour cream was nice. It wasn't really something that I would definitely want more of, but I greedily made sure to have all of the caviar, of course. But it wasn't warm. It was supposed to be warm, but I might have faffed around a bit, until I got a chance to try it. But that's okay. It was delightful. It was something different. I've not had a madeleine with my afternoon tea before, so it's always welcome something different. So my next tea sandwich is sliced cucumber, lemon and mint cream cheese with paprika on tomato bread. It looks very nice, once again. Very good. It smells delightful. The tomato bread, you can really smell the tomato. The bread is a little like it's been out for a while, but I have high hopes for it. So we're going to try it right now. That was really delightful. It really had so many different flavors working for it. I don't want to continuously tell you that a sandwich is fresh, but the cucumber was very, very juicy. The paprika gave it a little zing. And this sandwich, the bread that it came on, the tomato bread, really made it very special, very summertime special, if that makes any sense. Because this is August, we're trying to get some summer weather here in the UK, but yeah, a really nice little cucumber and cream cheese sandwich. Not bad at all. I do like it. I love a twist on anything. It really makes these afternoon teas fun to go to, because if you have the same sandwiches all the time, that gets kind of boring. So it's nice to mush it up a bit. So far, so good at the Harrods Tea Rooms. I'm really enjoying myself very, very much. So it looks like my next sandwich, it is a Faroe Island smoked salmon vol au vent with fennel and orange mousse and dill. Oh my. Well, this little guy, he is a vol au vent. There he is. So this is crunchy, and the salmon is inside, as you can see, with a bit of fennel. I am going to take my knife and fork to this because I do not feel comfortable enough to use just my mouth with this. So let's try this. The vol au vent, the shell itself is very, very crispy and crunchy. And I cut it, and I'll show you a cross section of it really quick. There we go. That's what it looks like. They're playing Toto Africa right now. Who would have thought that would be an afternoon tea song? Who would have thought? So I'm going to try this now. Let's see. The smoked salmon itself is very delightful. I wish there was a whole bunch more salmon. I do love some good smoked salmon. The vol au vent was very layered pastry. I'm not terribly into pastry. You have to get me on a good day where I enjoy a good pastry. But the fennel was nice. It was crispy. There was dill in there, so there was a lot of very interesting flavors that went with the vol au vent. I probably would not have another one of those. Maybe if you just gave me some smoked salmon, I'd be very happy. So my afternoon tea time was 12 noon. That's generally when I like to take my afternoon tea, because for me, afternoon tea is my lunch. I don't eat lunch and then afternoon tea and then dinner, because as you know, afternoon tea was to get you between lunch and dinner, you know, like a snack. But for me, I tell you, just a nice afternoon tea is perfect for lunch for me. So tell me how you feel about it. It works for me. So when you are anywhere, don't feel weird about, booking earlier or even later. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares at all. I wanted to tell you, this is not a stuffy place at all. I feel very, very welcomed. The wait staff has been fabulous. They've been speaking with me, and just everybody seems to be having a very nice time. It's funny, some of the places that you think that would be more stuffy, once again, I need my thesaurus today, they turn out to be really, really low-key and comfortable. And then some of the places that you don't expect them to be stuffy tend to be even more, who knows? Who knows at all? But so far, so good. I'm really enjoying my afternoon tea here at Harrods. If you're dining here at the Harrods Tea Rooms, there's a thoroughfare that goes right in front of me, because there's elevators and there's other dining areas to eat on the 4th floor, as well as the ladies' room. The ladies' room's there too. But the women's department as well as the children's department is that way. So there's a lot of people that are just walking through and kind of watching what's going on in this tea salon. So that's something to think about, but it's not bad. It just is something to think about. So it's kind of funny, the selection of music that they are playing here. The pianist is like rocking through early 80s hits. I heard Toto Africa, and now I've got Sailing Away. Yeah, it's just, what's nice, the piano can make anything just sound absolutely beautiful. Those original songs are really fun too, but it's really funny to hear them here. Oh my gosh, early 80s, that was 1,000 years ago. Think about that. The thing that I love about it, because he is such a wonderful pianist, he is mixing up the songs but with beautiful notes. So it makes it even better. I am looking forward to this. If you watch my vlogs, you will know that I love a bit of truffle with my egg mayonnaise. So this is a cackle bean. Is it a cackle bean? Is that what they call it? A cackle bean egg mayonnaise on a brioche with English asparagus and black truffle. Look at this. Holy guacamole. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. This looks delightful. So I learned, I'm salivating, my afternoon tea at the Rosewood in London. I had a lovely piece of English asparagus, and as I tried to bite at it, it did not let me bite because it was still lovely and crunchy. So I'm going to put this on my plate and try to go into it and see how I will. and I'll let you know how lovely this sandwich is and if the truffle is worth it. So my cackleberry egg with the truffle, the insides were gorgeous. There was lots of beautiful truffle in that egg mayonnaise, and the English asparagus was still crispy and lovely and very sweet, because you know we make some pretty good asparagus here in the UK, especially in the springtime. We're in summer, but still we're at Harrods, so everything's great here. But what let this down was that darn brioche bun, because it could have just melted in my mouth. I know it could. But the filling of this is gorgeous. This is probably one of the best egg mayonnaise sandwiches that I've had so far. So, very good, Harrods. You're doing well. So before I even had to ask, I didn't know if I was going to ask, but my waiter came over and let me know, hey, is there anything else that you would like? If you would like another sandwich. And I said, I'm interested in trying another egg truffle. But then he asked if I wanted another madeleine with the caviar and such. I said, I would love one of the madeleines, the Parmesan madeleines, if it's warm, because I would really like to try it warm, because it's probably going to be melt in your mouth goodness. So if you are at Harrods at the tea rooms, you can order another tea sandwich if you'd like. He did ask, he said, how many would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm like, no, only one would be perfect. But yeah, something to know, you are not going to go hungry at the Harrods Tea Rooms. My last bit of savory is a Packington farm chicken with tarragon croquette. He looks absolutely lovely, and it comes with sweet corn cream and fine herbs. So I'm looking forward to this. I bet this would be absolutely delicious if it was hot, straight from being cooked. But it looks nice. So I'm going to take my knife and fork once again to this, because I do not trust myself just to tear into this with my mouth. Nobody wants to see that anyways. Okay, so I'll show you a cross section of this. This is what the chicken croquette looks like on the inside. Ooh, smells lovely. I smell the tarragon. Oh, very nice. I'm going to just take a bite of this. That was very unique. It was unique because it did not tell me on the menu what I was going to be encountering. There is a texture inside of that croquette that I was not expecting. It almost tasted and felt like mashed potato of all things. The flavor was really delicious. By the time I got to the croquette, it was a little late in the game, I understand. But the flavors really upheld the experience that I had. The tarragon was glorious with it. You know that taste of tarragon. And the outside of the croquette itself was very, very crispy. The aroma from this croquette, once I cut it, was lovely. I'm definitely going to have another bite of that croquette. You know how sometimes you try something and you go, what exactly did I just have? But yes, it was really delightful. I am really enjoying this. It's a lovely afternoon, absolutely. I wanted to just add that if you ever feel insecure about booking an afternoon tea for yourself and not your friends or family, you'll be well taken care of, absolutely. There's several tables with just ladies and gentlemen by themselves. So you do not have to worry about if you do not have a companion for the afternoon. You'll be well taken care of and looked after, definitely. The tea that I requested today is called Strawberry Kiwi, and it is rather pink. Looks lovely. I'm looking forward to this and to enjoying the rest of my patisserie. strawberry kiwi tea. How lovely for a summer's day. So it's I just realized I have no scones. It's time for scones. Where are my scones, Harrods? I have no scones. I think my waiter just saw me do what I just did. I'm like, where are my scones? And he said, I will check on them. I think they're on the way. Well, that was the strangest thing ever. I almost went to halftime without the halftime accompaniments, my scones and clotted cream and jam. Listen to this version of Careless Whispers. It's like the crazy version of Careless Whispers. I received my scones. Let's see, are they warm? They're not warm. What are you doing, Harrods? I had to wait for my scones and they weren't warm. Oh my word. So we've got raspberry, we have clotted cream, and we have strawberry. Looks like a raisin scone and a plain scone. So let's take a look and see how good they are here. I've got my Harrods scone. Here it is. Lots of raisins. It looks lovely. Let's see how it is though. Very nice. So like I said before, it's not warm. No, it's not really warm. It's kind of warm, but it's not warm. I'm going to take a bit of clotted cream and put it on my plate. And it's nice. I have 3 different spoons, which Harrods knows what they're doing there, definitely. I'm going to try some raspberry first. The pianist is cracking me up. Now we're doing Amy Winehouse. This is the strangest afternoon tea in the world. It honestly is. I've been to lots of afternoon teas. The playlist is rather unique. You know what? Like I say, if you can't laugh, you're gonna cry. So it's all good. I've got a great piece of scone right here. And I'm going to put a little bit, who am I joking? I'm going to put a whole bunch of clotted cream on it. And I will tell you, this raspberry jam is gorgeous. It has lots of seeds in it. Here it is. Look at that. Oh. Why can't I get it? Oh, golly. Scone is gorgeous. Slightly warm. It's not warm, but slightly warm. The raspberry jelly is incredible. It is really homemade. Even though I know it's not homemade, it tastes homemade. It is beautiful. It is zesty. It is sweet. It is gorgeous. It's like raspberry bushes. It's gorgeous. Clotted cream, lovely. Scone itself, oh yeah, it's a good scone. It's beautifully browned on the outside, but inside, I tell you, it's light and fluffy and perfect. Harrods knows what they're doing with a scone, definitely. So, here's to you. Yeah. So I'm excited to try my patisserie. And you've got a friend and me playing behind. So right now we have a strawberry raspberry patisserie with yuzu, and it looks absolutely lovely. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We'll see what this is like. Lovely little pieces of strawberry on it. Yuzu is a Oriental inspired, it's like a lime flavor, so it should be very nice. Here is what it looks like. Look at this. Absolutely fabulous. So my first patisserie was lovely. It was a lovely layered dessert. So many tiny little intricate layers. It was so fresh and beautiful. strawberry and raspberry flavors with lime. It was just a nice patisserie. It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't tart. It was just how it should be, a lovely piece of pastry. He is very talented, but it was the strangest afternoon tea music in the world. I'm not relaxed. I'm absolutely, utterly amused, but I am not relaxed. Her name is Lola. She was a showgirl. There is a lot going on with this next dessert. It is an apricot tart. Looks lovely, but let me tell you about it. It is an apricot tart, sweet custard tart baked with frangipane and fresh apricot and thyme compote. And it also has fresh apricot, almond jelly, and roasted almonds. It looks beautiful. I mean, look at these beautifully sliced apricots. So instead of just taking a bite with my mouth, I'm going to cut it with my fork. I tend to forget how much I enjoy apricots. Those little apricots on top were very, very juicy, very refreshing, very nice. The frangipane was in there, so it gave it some sweetness. The tart base was just perfectly crumbly. Yeah, lovely little dessert. Little Mermaid. So for my next afternoon delight, it is a lime and timut lime tart. Look at him. He looks like a little tart. Very nice. I thought there was a little bit of gold leaf, but it's not, unfortunately. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut him in half and let you see what's inside of him. So this is a lime custard cream, lime and timut pepper jelly, coconut sponge and crunch. So this should be very nice. I will, like I said, I'm going to take care of this. Okay, ooh, very nice. Ooh. This must be the Disney section. I will show you what this is. Here's the cross section of it. Very nice. So this is my idea of patisserie. It's incredibly tart. It's beautiful. The outside, it tastes like there's almost like a white chocolate shell, and it just melts in your mouth. But there's that coconut sponge on the inside. But then there's liquid on the inside, which is filled with the different kinds of lime. It's beautiful. This will probably be the winner of the patisserie for sure. So for my last patisserie is an exotic chocolate deluxe. A little bit of, okay, you can see this right here. There's a little bit, can you see that? Oh, a little bit of gold leaf on there. This looks very nice, very hard to show you without looking like a complete heathen. Oh, my word. So this is chocolate sponge, chocolate cremeux, exotic compote of passion fruit mousse, mousse glaze with yellow glaze. So let's try this with my fork, of course. Oh, my word. What a mess. I tell you, what I do for you guys. So I'm going to take a little, ooh, very nice. There we go. Here it is. I will say that was a perfect way to end my afternoon tea. It was a delightful patisserie. The chocolate flavors with the passion fruit are just a timeless combination. The chocolate was strong enough, yet the passion fruit was tart enough to balance itself out. So you knocked it out of the park, Harrods, especially on those last two that I had, the lime one as well as this one. Very nice. Wow, what an afternoon tea. So the pianist has just finished his set. He played for a good 2 hours. Just a selection of so many timeless classics, I tell you. A little bit of 70s, a little bit of 80s, a little bit of Disney. It really made my afternoon tea incredibly unique from other afternoon teas, just the selection of music that was played. He was so talented, but boy, that was a shocker. But it's really nice. They've got the over music now and nice jazz and a little bit of, you know, lovely calm music to play with now. So I'm just about done here, and I'll let you know how I get on. I booked my Harrods afternoon tea on afternoonteas.co.uk. You can also do it straight on Harrods website, which I will leave the link down below, as well as the Harrods website. I just wanted to go through my Harrods bill with you. It's scary. So I had sparkling water at $6.95. I had a Harrods rosé bottle at $85. I received afternoon tea for £70, and my Harrods Tea Room service was 12.5%, and that was $20.24, and so my total came out to $182. So my Harrods afternoon tea in the tea salon experience, I really enjoyed it. It was not, what would you say, a very stuffy experience at all. There are all walks of life here, which is wonderful. The servers have been perfect. I've been very well attended to. My food was delicious. My rabbit juice was constantly topped up, which is always a treat. Would I come back? Yes, I definitely would come back, because I'm hoping that they will have a Christmas afternoon tea. And I think that would be a really nice thing to share with you guys. Definitely. But all in all, a very nice afternoon out. If you are in the London area, if you want a quintessential afternoon tea, make sure you don't sit next to the pianist like I did. But he is very entertaining, but very loud, and it will not be relaxing at all. But it was a fun time. I had a lot of giggles with this afternoon tea, which I did not expect. So thank you once again for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I would like to make more content for you. And thanks again for coming down the rabbit hole with me. And I'll see you next time in Wanderland. Bye-bye.